Now today, the number one thing we're going to be working on, and this is really, really crucial, is client clarity, ideal customer clarity. This is where I see a lot of women get really stuck. They either skip this altogether and then end up creating products or websites and messaging and freebies that just don't align with the people they want to work with. And in the end, it either means they don't get any customers because the messaging is just all wrong, it's not consistent, or they don't get the kind of customers they want. They don't get to work with the people they want to work with. Or if it's a product-based business, they're not getting kind of the brand loyalty they want so they can, reuse customers over and over again, because the last thing you want is someone to buy from you once and then never come back again, regardless of what product or service you're offering. So it's really crucial to get really clear on who your ideal client is at the very beginning, and from there you can make smarter decisions about what you should be focusing your time on in your marketing. So first, I want you to ask yourself, and think about this for a minute, get a pen and paper and write this down. Do you actually know who your ideal client is? Okay, if I could see hands up, that would be really great, but I can't. So if you don't know who your ideal client is, or you're unsure, or you've been dealing with one client and you kind of one type of client and you want to change it up, you want to be working with different people, then the next 4 questions I want you to really pay attention to. Now don't worry, I've created a cheat sheet so you can follow along. You can go back and watch this video again and you can answer the questions in the cheat sheet, but of course feel free to take notes. So the first question you need to be asking yourself is, who is the kind of person I actually want to be working with? This is really crucial because you don't want to be working with people that are not your people, because you're not going to enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy your business process, there's really no point doing it. You're just going to feel more burnt out, and you're going to not have the enthusiasm that you need to push it to the next level. So I want you to think about and describe, in 2, 3 to 4 sentences, describe the person you really want to work with. So, for example, for me, I really wanted to work with women who were already starting a business. So they already had an idea and they've already got it going. Women who were stuck with their marketing, who were feeling overwhelmed and stressed. Those were the women I wanted to work with. And I specifically wanted to work with type A women because I can relate to the type A problems. I'm a type A myself, and I could really relate to that. And I felt that I could help type A women much better, because being a type A mind and getting through the type A challenges myself, I would have more to offer. So the kind of woman I want to work with is a type A businesswoman who's just started a business, or is revamping their business, or want to take their business to the next level, and is feeling really stuck and overwhelmed in their marketing and their systems, and they really need someone to help them. So think about that. Who is it that you want to work with? And likewise, you can also want to write down who you don't want to work with. So for me, I've dealt with a lot of people that were really fussy, or for example, when I used to do freelance web design, I would have people that had no idea what they wanted, and they would finally agree to something, and then you build the website, and then they want it all changed. And I didn't want to work with those kind of people who are not clear on what they want. I want people who are clear on what they want, clear on their desires, clear on their business. So likewise, you can write down who you don't want to work with, who you want to steer clear of. Now, the next thing I want you to do is get just a blank piece of paper, and there's also room in the cheat sheet for this, but you probably need more room than I've allocated, and just brain dump every single thing you know about that person, everything you think you know. So what are their habits? What are their problems? What are their desires as it relates to your business? So for example, for me, with type A biz chicks I work with, a lot of the habits is perfectionism, overworking, procrastination, lack of clarity. Some of their problems are they don't know how to best use their time, they're feeling overworked, they're burnt out all the time. Their desires are they want more freedom in their life. They don't want to be working all the time. They don't want to be stressed and overwhelmed. They want more freedom, they want more flexibility, and they want more income, and they want to have the freedom and flexibility to work from home. So that's some of the things you can also write about is anything random that comes to your head. It might be personality traits, it could be what kind of their interests are outside of their work. It depends on what your industry is, but it doesn't hurt to brain dump absolutely everything you can think about, and just think about it as one person in your head. If this was one person, what is everything you would know about? And awesome, if you have a friend or something that totally fits your ideal customer, then just brain dump about them. So that's the second thing you want to do. The third thing you want to do is write down a list of influencers you think that type of person that you've just described would follow. And by influencers, I mean people online or brands online. So you need to stalk. I'm giving you permission to stalk. Stalk those people's Facebook pages, Twitter, blog, websites, etc. Sign up to their email list, all this stuff. What the point of this is you want to see how other people are engaging with them. So for example, one of the big influencers in the space I work in is with Marie Forleo. So this gave me permission to stalk her. So what I did was, one, I checked out her blog. She does a weekly video blog, and I looked what's the topic she was talking about, and I looked at what were some of the comments coming up to that blog. You'll start to see a pattern of what are the common things people are talking about around that issue. The same goes for on their Facebook page. What kind of things are they liking? What are they sharing? What are they commenting on? What are the trends? And there really will be some very clear patterns. And if their ideal customer is similar to your ideal customer, then that means your ideal customer is going to have those same kind of problems, challenges, ideas, etc. So that can give you a little bit of a head start without going to all the effort of doing a survey, which is a great thing to do, but like further down the line when you actually have a list of people you can survey. And the fourth thing you can do, and this now depends on your industry, if you're a service-based industry, joining Facebook groups is a great way to see what people are talking about, to interact with people, to get a better idea of what their really specific problems are, what the questions they're asking, because people don't tend to ask questions like they do like on Facebook pages, but they do in groups. So if you can get an idea of the questions that people are asking and how you can help them out, it also will help you kind of narrow down what kind of services you eventually want to offer. But when it comes to a product-based image, really the first three is all you need to focus on for your client clarity. So when you're looking at influencers, it could be like looking at different brands in your space. So if you're a fashion brand, you create custom-made clothing or something like that. Look at other brands in that space that would be the same kind of customer as you. If it's kind of the trendy 20-something professional girl, find other brands that cater clothes to the trendy professional 20-something girl and see what kind of clothes are people liking and what kind of things are they talking about. Are they talking about how the clothes make them feel? All these kind of things you want to jot down. So for today's actionable, I want you to pick 2 to 3 Facebook pages of influencers you think your ideal customer might be following, so brands or a personality, and I want you to have a look on those pages really briefly. You don't need to do this in detail, and just look at what are the kind of things people are liking and commenting on, and what is that telling you about these people's problems or desires. Then I want you to list down 3 problems, 3 desires, and 3 habits you think your ideal client would have.